All right, welcome back, everybody. And now the news. Starting off with Mini GT, they announced a pre order on February 2nd for this 4 car box set of Porsches. These are all going to be in Ruby Stone Red. And you have the Porsche 911 Carrera S, the Porsche 911 Targa 4S, the Porsche 911 GT3, and a Porsche 911 GT3 RS Weissach package. On this initial photo, they did actually put the wrong render colors. They later updated it, so the one you see on the top half right here is going to be the actual color of this set. Any pre-order photos that you see with this more rich purplish color, that is the incorrect color. It is going to be this top color. It's more of like a reddish purple color. It's beautiful. These are up for pre-order. It is a box set. I think these are going. I think pre-order price, these are going for about $50 USD. This is definitely a set I would recommend getting a pre-order in if it's something you're really interested in getting. I have one on pre-order, and I think it'll be like the Porsche 963 set, and it'll sell out on pre-order and then be really hard to get. So definitely don't wait on this one. I would do this one sooner rather than later. But yes, updated color is this top one right here, which is much closer to the actual Ruby Stone Red in real life. So very cool. Next up, another pre-order that they dropped on the 2nd. This one was kind of a little polarizing, I guess, is the correct word for it. So we have a Corvette Z06 GT3R. That one's from 2025 IMSA Daytona 24 Hours. Then there is a race red Ford Mustang GTD. And then there is this Nissan LB ER34 Super Silhouette Skyline. This is in the Sapaiman Okinawa theme, which, if I read correctly, is actually a collaboration with a candy store in Okinawa, which is actually pretty cool. This one they released as an event model and then put it in pre-order with different colored wheels. I think I have pictures of that next. And same thing with this RX-7 right here. So this is the RE Amemiya Mazda RX-7, the Matsukiyo Koku 3-rotor NA7. This was the car that won the Best Tuned Car Award at Tokyo Auto Salon in 2025. We also already did get this one in. It was an event model for Tokyo Auto Salon in Japan last month in January 2026. The only difference with this, because this is just a regular pre order, is this one will not come with the trophy that the event model came with. And so, yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty common theme we see with Mini GT moving forward. It looks like a lot of these models that they're doing as event exclusives are going to end up just being released later with maybe a slight difference or different packaging, which is fine by me. But it's kind of good to know in advance so we don't pay scalper prices for things that'll be released later. Anyways, pretty solid pre-order. Up next, another pre-order that they launched on the 9th. From what I was reading, these seem to be Korea exclusives, but that does not mean anything. These will likely be available globally. Typically, regional exclusives don't mean anything with Mini GT anymore. For example, the Super GT stuff and the D1 Grand Prix drift car stuff is usually all Japan exclusives. You can get them pretty much every region. So these should just be global releases for the sake of it. But there's the Hyundai Concept N Vision 74. In parentheses, it says VP2, and then there's also the Hyundai RN22E, and that one says VP1 next to it. And then, of course, the Hyundai Kona N in Phantom Black. But these two right here were already sold at, you could order them from South Korea Hyundai's web store. It looks like Mini GT is just re releasing them. I haven't seen any differences on them, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I think these are the same, but they could have differences. But this is good for everybody that wasn't able to get them from Hyundai South Korea. So up next, Mini GT also announced a collaboration with the Boring Concept, and they are, I guess, the next two from in this little like subline are going to be these two Porsches, which are really cool. I think one of them is a cup car, and then I think the other one's just a regular GT3 RS. I'm not exactly sure. They didn't actually say which each of these cars are, but they look really cool, and these are actual real cars that exist with these liveries, which is pretty neat. And this was also the statement they put out alongside that announcement. So if you want to pause and read, feel free. Up next, NDT did officially announce pre-orders for their protectors. We still don't know if this is just going to be a one-time thing or if it's going to be quarterly or if it's going to be yearly. Not sure yet. As of right now, it's looking like this could just be a one-time thing, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But anyways, there's a bunch of different sizes. So you have just the regular Mini GT box size, and then you're also going to have your SUV box sizes. They have the big rectangular ones for the 4-car box sets. This would go really good with that Ruby Stone Red Porsche set. And then also just the regular square box size. Sometimes they do their limited editions in those square boxes, so that is what will fit those. And then they're also doing some blister protectors, which is pretty cool. They're going to have standard size, and they're going to have SUV size. I just realized that these are both the same exact product. So basically what they're doing is they're selling them in different size packs. So this is a 15 pack, this is a 30 pack. They're doing the same thing with the regular protectors and the SUV ones. So, but there is 2 different sizes for the blisters depending on your needs. So yeah, I don't know. I might pre-order some of the odd sizes, like the rectangle ones and the square ones. Maybe some of the SUV ones, but as far as regular Mini GT protectors go, I already have a place that I like to buy mine from, so not too worried about that. No sense in spending extra money for a Mini GT logo on your protector. But the prices on these aren't terrible. I will say that. So go check out the stores that you normally pre-order from. They should have them up for pre-order soon. I don't think all stores have them up. Some do, some don't. Yeah, check them out. I think they're pretty cool. If you need them, they are available. Up next, here are photos of that event model that they sold. This was an exclusive to Japan. I don't remember exactly where they sold it, but as you can see, this one on the left in this packaging came with gold wheels, and then the one that they first displayed comes with black wheels. This one with black wheels is the one that we're going to be getting from the regular release. So 2 versions of that one. Up next, Kaido House, they did a black limited edition. Is a Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR. It's black with I can't tell if it's red or pink. I think it's like a reddish pink details on the wheels and interior. These also came with some limited edition pins and chase pins and a 1 of 5 pin sort of deal. Not too sure about the pins, but yeah, there it is. Regular pre-order from Kaido House as well. There's a Nissan Fairlady Z, Tamiya, and Kaido House collab. This one's the Frog, which is pretty cool. I like how these are based off of old retro RC cars. I do actually like this collaboration. There's a BMW M3 in the Advan livery. A Nissan Skyline GTR R32 Kaido Works version 1. I believe this is the first color of this casting. I believe this is a new casting right here. It actually does look pretty good as far as Kaido House goes. I'm not really too into the crazy body kits, but I know a lot are. So that one looks pretty good. And then last but not least, a Honda NSX Kaido Racing V1. This kind of looks like a faux Marlboro livery on this one, so pretty cool there. Up next, BBR Models also has a new pre-order announcement. 3 models here. So there is a 1987 Ferrari Testarossa in Rosso Corsa. There is a Ferrari 296 GTB Assetto Fiorano F2004 tribute livery. So this is a tribute livery to the F2004 F1 car, which is actually pretty cool. Not sure how I feel about this color combo on the 296. It does look a little funky. But then last but not least, there is the Ferrari 296 Speciale in Grigio Silverstone Opaco. So really cool. This 296 and this Testarossa look awesome. I'll probably end up getting all 3 of these. But this is where the line in the sand is drawn. From these 3 BBRs forward will all have brake details. So these 3 right here will have it, and then everything else that comes out from BBR should have brake details, which is good. And just according to RC Mart, they did get these pre-orders up. It looks like there's no price change. So it looks like the recent increase prices for BBR incorporated the brake details, even though these past models that have come out have not had brake details. Yeah, it doesn't look like prices are going up, but that's just one store, one example, so we will see what happens. Anyways, moving on. We also saw a bunch of stuff at the Nuremberg Toy Fair in Germany a couple weeks ago. Lots of really cool stuff from Mini GT. This is actually a pretty big segment of the video, so we'll try to go through it pretty quick, but there is a lot of cool stuff. So here is their AMG dealership diorama. It looks awesome. I'm definitely going to have to get this one. I still need to get the Nismo one. Anyways, lots of cool Mercedes here. You see the Mercedes 1, Just all kinds of really cool stuff. Some G Wagons, the AMG GT3, there's the SLS, just tons of really cool stuff here. And then here's a couple close-up photos as well. I can't remember what this one on the left is. Is it an SEL, 500 SEL? I can't remember exactly, but this one's awesome. It looks like they've got the what this is one of the electric ones. I think it's the same casting that we've already got with different wheels. Yeah, really nice stuff here. Really like these Mercedes. They also showed some pictures of the Porsche dealership. Again, we've already seen this. I believe we've already seen all these cars here as well. Maybe not this yellow 911, but everything looks good. There's a couple of the Ruby Stone Porsches sitting here. Looks pretty good. Here's some Kaido House stuff. I think we have seen most of this stuff. There is the Kaido House Camaro right here on the right side, and I'm not exactly sure what this one is, but yeah, lots of cool stuff from Kaido House. Here's some more. Again, I think we've seen all this stuff already, and then a few BBRs here and some more BBR here. So up front, you see the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale, the new version. That is really cool. And then, yeah, just all kinds of cool stuff. The Testarossas, some F1, really cool stuff. F50s, F40s, F80s up there. Lots of cool stuff from BBR. There's the 499P hypercar on the right side. Yeah, lots of good stuff coming from BBR. And now that they're going to have brake details, I think these will start to feel more worth it for the money. But yeah, and here's where you can really tell it has brake details. So this is the Ferrari 599XX, which I'm very excited for this one. But you can see the brake rotor in there. It actually looks pretty good. It looks like it's slotted. Can't see too well in there, but the brake details are there. So that is awesome. And then here's one more photo of BBR. And here's some more Mini GT. So lots of Mustangs on this row. Well, this whole picture basically. Lots of really cool Mustangs. I really like this light blue convertible right here. Looks awesome. I like the dark green as well. Just lots of cool classic American cars coming from Mini GT. I hope they start doing some of the old Camaros and Dodge stuff as well. Would be cool. But a bunch of F1 over here. Very cool. Here's some other stuff. This is a Lotus Evora, I believe. No, that's not the Evora, is it? I mean, it might be the Amira, actually. But yeah, lots of Lotus stuff, some James Bond. Here's some Hyundai stuff right here, that Veloster N. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. They're also doing the R35 in Fighters Works. I don't think we've seen that one before, so that's there. That's going to be pretty cool. Some Bugattis, some James Bond Lotus cars right here as well. Here's some Volkswagens. These classic VW buses are looking pretty good. Some Corvettes right here. The Cadillac is coming along in development. Also, these two Citroens right here look awesome. I have a close-up photo of them here in a minute. And then one other thing that really caught everyone's eyes was this right here. I believe this was a Bentley blower. I don't remember the year, but I think this was a Bentley blower, and it looks really cool. I think it's awesome that Mini GT is starting to go into this like vintage racing category. There's a lot of cool stuff from that era. Also, this light blue Z3 convertible right here looks awesome as well. So there's a close-up photo of that. It looks really cool, quite intricate too for a Mini GT. So I'm very excited to see how that one plays out. I hope they can make it to where the wheels it's actually like a lace wheel and it doesn't have these it's not just one big chunk. I hope it actually has gaps in between these big spokes, but we'll see what they do. I think it looks really cool in this prototype sample though. And there's the two Citroens right there. I don't remember the exact names of them, but there's a lot of people really excited for them, and I am too. It's unique. This isn't stuff that we see from a lot of these brands, so I really appreciate that Mini GT is putting in the effort to kind of show some of these older European cars some love. So there's those. And here's just some more photos, just kind of a photo dump here. The Lamborghini Temerario is up here at the front. So nice stuff. Cube Cars also has a lot of interesting things. There's a BMW E30, Mercedes 190E. I know this is probably old news, but figured I'd share. Lamborghini Countach. There's a close-up of those. More pictures of these Scania little hauler trucks. We did see these a little while back, but figured I'd throw some more photos of them up. And then here's like a big overhead shot of everything. And I am so happy to see that the Porsche 963 is still here. It's still going strong, at least for now. But yeah, we have another 963 coming in the Penske livery, the white and red. So any of you along with me, I was worried about it too. But anybody that was worried about it, you can rest assured the 963 is not gone. We really thought it was, but they decided to put one on display. So that means it got at least one more coming, which is very cool. So, anyways, up next, they also had this thing hanging up. This was really cool. Um, just kind of like showing off all the parts and pieces of some of these mini GTs, I guess. Pretty cool. Like the whole like process of it, from the first like sample all the way to like production and then packaging and then final products over here. So that's pretty cool. They also had this on display. This caught a lot of people's eye as well. I'm kind of doubting that this is going to be an actual product that they sell, but this is so cool. I love seeing this kind of stuff. So they've got this helicopter and it's kind of like dropping in some of these Land Rovers and the trees and everything. Like this is such a cool thing. The Mini GT logo in the background. That helicopter looks amazing too. So like I said, I don't know if the helicopter will be for sale. I don't know if the whole diorama thing will be something that they put together and sell. I don't really know. Nothing was really said about it, but yeah, it looks really cool to me. Um, yeah, that was very fun to see. It's a very realistic looking diorama too. I really like that. I think that's it for Mini GT. Up next, Tarmac Works. This was their February pre-order announcement. This is a Global 64 pre-order. Some pretty cool stuff here. Toyota GR Corolla, John Sabal collaboration. I do actually really like the livery and color theme for that one. There's an HKS Toyota GR86. This one's going to come in an oil can, which probably means that one's going to be pretty expensive. A Porsche 959 in silver. It's got some pretty cool wheels on it. A Honda Belade Sports Mugen CRX Pro in red. Pagani Utopia in like a dark blue. Pagani Zonda R, I believe this one is fully carbon fiber pad printed. And then there's this Tarmac Works Volkswagen T3 collaboration with GRS. And then there is this Toyota Celica, which is another edition of their J collection. And then also this Aston Martin DBS Superleggera, very cool spec on it. I like the wheels. Just wish it had the appropriate carbon fiber detailing like the Mini GT had. But anyways, they also announced this collaboration with Yasaki. I don't remember exactly what Yasaki is. I think they are a racing thing from back in the day. But yeah, some old photos of them right here, and it looks like they have this pop-up store special edition of the Toyota Hiace. So that one will be pretty cool. I think it's got some big exhaust coming off of it for like that Kaido racer type of vibe. So that's pretty cool. They also announced a pre-order for this one, Toy Story Toyota GR Yaris 30th anniversary model. I'm not particularly interested in this Disney stuff, but hopefully some of you guys are. And then they also did a live stream and showed off some of the cars from this new pre-order. Everything looks pretty good here. And also some other stuff that wasn't on this pre-order as well. So there's this RWB here, some of their new Liberty Walk stuff. So S15 Sylvia Silhouette. There's an Advan R35. These are all going to be in 1/64 scale. These will all be in the Hobby 64 lineup. So, and then here's Alancia, and then also this manga art style Skyline. At least I think that's a Skyline. Very cool. Thought that one was pretty neat. And then there's some Miatas right here. I don't know if these are body kitted. They kind of look, yeah, they have to be wide bodies. So these might be like Pandem or something, maybe Vertex. And then there is the another R35 in that athlete livery. So pretty cool stuff from Tarmac Works. Motor Helix is up next. They did put a pre-order announcement out for this one. This is not diecast. This is resin. It is officially licensed by Audi and everything. No opening parts from what I saw. It's very cool. I am a little bit bummed that it's resin. I wish it would have been die-cast. I don't really collect resin. I like die-cast, so I don't know if I'll pick this up. But it is pretty cool for anybody interested. They also put out a couple pre-order announcements for some dioramas, and these are Liberty Walk dioramas, so they're both Liberty Walk licensed and branded. So there's this red one, and then there's this blue one as well. So both of those are going to be on pre-order. And then they also have this. Oh, I forgot to look and see. This is an exclusive for a particular hobby store. I have it right here. So this is going to be available at M's Toys Indonesia. So and it's Indonesia exclusive. It's a pretty cool Moon Eyes Honda Civic. Up next, they also did announce that they now have Koenigsegg licensing. So now LCD Motor Helix, which I did learn that LCD Motor Helix are both made in the same factory. So that's probably why they both have the Koenigsegg license now. But Motor Helix is going to be making some fully opening diecast 1/64 scale Koenigsegg's, which I'm very excited about. So far we have the Jesko Absolute right here, and then we also have the Jesko Attack. And then here's some photos with them all opened up. I'm sorry they're blurry. Yeah, this was the best photos I could get, but yeah, they look insane. I'm so happy with these. I think they look awesome. They've got the doors that I forget what Koenigsegg calls them, but they like kind of come out and tilt upwards. Super super cool. So yeah, those are going to be awesome. Very glad to see some very nice representation of Koenigsegg in 1/64 scale now. Um, they also announced this one for pre-order, a Ford GT40 1969. So now there's going to be possibility for some really cool liveries, and this one's also fully opening. So the front hatch comes off and the rear hatch comes off. This is going to be awesome. I'm very excited for this. Of course, it's licensed by Ford. It's going to be 100% legit. This is going to be so cool. I love that they're doing some of these like legendary old school racers that like fully open up. Motor Helix is killing it. Anyways, up next, some future upcoming stuff. So they're going to be doing some Pandem things. So they're going to be doing EG6 and R32. I do see a Honda license right here. I do not see Nissan, which does worry me a little bit. But yeah, we'll see what happens with those. And here's kind of like one of their roadmaps for, I believe, 2026. So Liberty Walk, RWB, Spoon, and then new 118 projects for Nissan, Honda, Mazda, and then Koenigsegg, and then there should be a few other things coming as well. But yeah, they held an event to just kind of show off all their new upcoming stuff. So they're doing some pretty interesting things. Here's a Nissan Z right here. I can't remember exactly what this is from, if it even is from anything, but it looks pretty cool. And then RWB stuff right here. They're just kind of showing off like their roadmap and future projects and whatnot. Here's the Koenigsegg stuff. And then they also showed off some of their new R30, or not R35s, but some of their new Liberty Walk stuff as well. So they've got the ER34 Super Silhouette Skyline, the R35. Hopefully, I really hope these are licensed by Nissan. It'd be very disappointing if it was just Liberty Walk, but we'll see what happens. There's also a truck right here. Don't know what it is exactly, but there's some R35s. I believe this is an RX-7 right here. These are all going to be 1/64 scale, and they'll probably be doing them in 1/18 scale as well. They look really detailed. I do believe this is a 1/64 as well. So yeah, and then they showed off some photos of a Pagani right here, fully opening. Looks very, very nice. And then here's a photo of some other stuff they had on display. I see some Avant wagons right there, some more Alfa Romeos. Very cool looking stuff. Very excited to see. There's the Nilu 27s. I wonder when those are coming out. Hopefully soon. Yeah, very cool stuff from Motor Helix. And then there's kind of a group shot of all their Liberty Walk stuff there as well. So I just hope they're licensed by the actual car manufacturer as well, and not just Liberty Walk, but we'll see. Anyways, oh yeah, and then here's some more of their roadmap stuff. Spark announced the, I think this was also an exclusive for somewhere, I don't remember exactly where, but Subaru BRZ GT300 looks very, very cool, very, very nice. So that one is pretty dope. And then I think this is the last thing for Spark. This time they have a pre-order for this 1/64 scale F1 set for Oracle Red Bull. Very cool. Up next, Look Smart has 3 new models in 1/64 scale out on pre-order. So they're all Ferrari 296 GT3s from Super GT 2025. So very cool. You have the Panos one right here with the orange, the green one for the car guy, and then this red one right here. They all look very nice. They are kind of pricey though. I think these are like $40 USD retail. So kind of pricey for what they are in my opinion. But anyways, moving on. This is also resin. This is not Diecast, but if you guys aren't familiar with Frontier, they make some pretty insane stuff. And if I remember correctly, they actually make models that Koenigsegg sells in their like physical store. Well, actually, I don't know if they have physical stores. I'm sure there's a Koenigsegg dealership somewhere that sells stuff, but their online store, they sell Frontier, and this is like fully opening. Oh, excuse me. And this is like fully opening. Very cool. Again, not diecast, so not really relevant to this channel, but I thought this was pretty cool. Anyways, up next, ATS model has a few new things. A couple more colors of the Subaru Impreza WRX wagon. They look pretty cool. And then they also announced that they're going to be doing some initial D stuff for the 30th anniversary, so that is cool as well. ATS seems like a pretty solid brand so far. I don't have anything from them, but they seem to be all legit, and they seem to be making pretty high quality stuff. So I'm curious to see what else they do. Up next, Hobby Japan also has some more initial D stuff. So they've got the Toyota Sprinter Trueno E86, and then also a Toyota MR2. And then last but not least, a Mazda RX-7. So lots of cool initial D stuff. I've never been super into initial D, but I do think the cars are cool. And then they also have a pre-order for some of these Toyota Land Cruiser 70s. These are 2023 cars. They look old school, I know, but these are actually like modern cars, which I think is awesome. And there's 4 colors, so there's going to be this beige one, there's going to be this super white 2, Attitude Black Mica, and then a matte black one here. So these all look pretty cool. I might have to pick up a color of this one, maybe the matte black. I do think it looks quite nice. So anyways, up next, BMC. I think this is the only thing from them this time. This is a Hong Kong Toys R Us exclusive, and it's a Honda Civic EG6, and it's like a raw version. So yeah, there you go. Up next, some diecast talk stuff. These are going to be collaborations with GCD, of course. And so these are the Hoof Toyota Land Cruiser 70s. Pretty cool. And then the muddy version here on the left was the chase version. These were limited to 600, and there was 25 chases in total. Then Diecast Talk also did some special edition sets for Valentine's Day. These are the Lexus LFAs and the Lexus LFA and the Lexus LFA Nürburgring edition. The Nürburgring edition is the one with the wing right here. And these are in Passionate Pink, which I learned was actually a real color that was offered for the LFA from Lexus back in the days, which is actually pretty cool. These were limited to 1,600 sets, and then they also had 60 sets of these chrome chases. And these were made by DCT, I believe, which is a sub-brand of GCD. So yeah, I don't really know that I trust GCD that much. I have seen them make some unlicensed stuff, but I trust Diecast Talk, and I trust that everything Diecast Talk sells is fully licensed. That's why I always show them off here. Anyways, up next, Kiloworks, another brand that I'm really excited about. Had a display. I believe this was at Nuremberg as well. So they've got all kinds of stuff from different scales. So you see some 118s and then some 164s, some motorbikes there as well. And then here's some other 164 stuff. You can see these AMG GT3s in the background, AMG 1s right here. I'm not exactly sure what these 3 on the left side are. They might be some Mercedes or something, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. Up next, AR Box Almost Real. They released these 4 special edition chrome, like gold chrome models for, I believe this was a China exclusive set for the new year. So you've got the 2002, the 3.0 CSL, the Z8, and the E30. So yeah, pretty cool. Not my thing. I do really like AR Box, and these castings are very nice, but yeah, there's some gold ones for you if you're interested. And they also announced a new set of colors for their 50th anniversary 3 series box set. So again, really blurry photos. That's just what was available. So yeah. And I noticed this one only has 7 cars. It does not have that 8th car. So I'm assuming that 8th car that came in the first set was maybe exclusive to that set. The casting was. Not exactly sure, but there's that. And then they also did this photo right here with them all sitting on this BBS wheel. I thought it was really cool. Like, that is a pretty neat photo. So there's that. And then they also have these 2. These are the Brabus 850 Maybach One's in emerald green and one's in desert gray. And I think these are limited. I think these are exclusive to a camo, which is a hobby store in Japan, I believe. I think they're limited to their shop, but very cool colors there. Love the interiors on them as well. And then they also showed off a bunch of photos for these um, Land Rovers. A bunch of new Land Rovers. I really like these camel trophy ones on the left right here, and then this one in the middle. I think they look really cool. And then there's also this one farther down the line that has like these like all kinds of different colored panels. So lots of cool stuff from AR Box. Here's another photo of these two. And these photos were really cool. If you had a chance to see them, they were like they had all these models sitting like all over real Land Rovers. It was really cool. But anyways, this one I believe has been on pre-order, but I think it's releasing soon. It's the Lexus LC500 in like a white pearl, pretty cool. And then some more Land Rovers from AR Box. So the black one and the green one are Land Rover 90s 2020 versions, and then the blue and white ones on the right hand side are Land Rover Defender 110s, also 2020 versions. So there's those. Up next, Greenlight. They announced this event model for Diecast Con Madrid 2026. Nissan Skyline R34 GTR Nismo Z-Tune. And this one's in like an interesting, like magic purple chrome type color. It's limited to 600 pieces. Pretty cool for those of you that will be attending the event, if any of you will be. And they also showed off some stuff. I believe this was also at Nuremberg. And these are RC cars. These are 1/64 scale RC cars. Again, you can see they've got Liberty Walk stuff. So it seems like now that Mini GT is not the exclusive partner for Liberty Walk, everybody's going to be doing it. It's going to get kind of old. But anyways, these are kind of cool though. Actual 1/64 scale RC cars. So it's definitely unique. But anyways, up next, LCD models. I think this one was already on pre-order as well. I think this one just released, but it's the Pagani Huayra R in like red carbon fiber. And then they also had some stuff at Nuremberg, all their Koenigsegg's here. CC850s very close to completion, it looks like. And then they've got some of the Yescos, some Paganis there. I think these ones have the opening parts. So very cool stuff from LCD. We have seen a lot of this stuff before. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good here. And then here's another one of their Paganis with opening parts. This one here at the bottom is their 1/64 scale. So that's going to be really neat. There's a close-up of that CC850. Looks really good. Love the interior color on that one. It's like a nice like dark leather color. So very cool. Trends Hobby announced a partnership with Absolute Racing, and they're going to be making a model of the car that just raced at Bathurst this weekend. So very cool. This one actually finished in 6th place and managed not to crash. So very cool. It's the Kangaroo Crossing livery. Love it. Up next, Ignition model. This one I believe is now on pre-order, which we have seen photos of this when they've had displays at events, but it looks like it's on pre-order now. So Toyota Supra, very cool. Mini Champs is doing a couple 711 Taiwan exclusives, a couple Porsche 911 GT3s. Not really sure why these are 711 exclusives or why they do so many of them. Between Mini Champs and Tarmac Works, they do a ton, but I don't know. I guess they do pretty good over there. So yeah, there's those. And some new stuff from IXO. So IXO Models, if you don't know, makes a lot of stuff for like Tarmac Works and whatnot. And they're going to be, I think they've been doing their own line of stuff for a long time, but this is the first time they've really caught my eye in like a big pre-order announcement. So here's a bunch of new stuff from IXO Models. I don't know if these are USA exclusives, but it's a lot of American cars. So some GMC trucks, Chevy Scottsdale, which is pretty cool. Some Bel Airs. Yeah, really cool stuff. There's 5 pages of this stuff. So yeah, lots of semi-trucks as well, I've noticed. They like to do semi-trucks. So a couple Chevy Camaro Z28s, which is pretty cool. More trucks. More and more trucks. and some more trucks. These ones are pretty cool, though. Silverado K30 Crew Cab Fleet Side Lifted. Yeah, lots of cool stuff from them. Last but not least, we'll end this video off with Tomica Limited Vintage this time. So This is a Nissan civilian kindergarten bus in yellow and red. Next up, we have a 1969 Datsun Bluebird two-door sedan 1400 North American model. So that's the light blue one right here. And then the green one is a 1970 Datsun Bluebird two-door sedan 1400 in green. So pretty cool. There's also this right here. This is a Toyota Land Cruiser 60 patrol car in the Hokkaido police livery. And then we have two Nissan Skyline Nismo 400Rs, one in white, one in purple. Very cool. These two as well. So the red one is the Nissan Safiro Town Ride N 1991, wine red. And then the Nissan Safiro Town Ride SV 1991 in white and beige is this one on the right. Again, pretty cool. And last but not least, I have got two of these things. So Tomica partnered with Kyoto for these. They're like little play sets, but the car that comes in them is just your good Tomica limited vintage quality. So it kind of makes them pretty cool. Again, I don't really care too much about the figures and all the accessories, but figured it was worth showing off anyways since they are Tomica limited vintage. So there's this one right here. It is a Toyota Track 4x4 King Cab. And then there's also this one right here, and this one is a Toyota Land Cruiser 60 with all the little pieces and whatnot. So yeah, lots of cool stuff this time, but I think that's about all I have for you. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Let me know what you think. Lots of new stuff this time. Yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.